Hello, it's important to note that every graphic designer should be used to Canva. Canva is so key, and I've just logged in. There's a free version, there's a pro version. I use the free one. Get a lot of inspiration from Canva because it's got a lot of work that you can use. But I'll just go straight to business right here. So I'll close this page. Okay, let's close this one. So this is how it looks like in Canva when you log in. Possible you can see some of what I've worked on in the past with Canva. So I use it sometimes, and the good thing about Canva is you can get your work done so quickly. So if you need a quick fix, you need something urgently, not super well, you possibly have 10 minutes to get it up and done. Canva is the place to go. So this is one of the secrets for every graphic designer. Should always come around to get some inspiration for projects as well, because there are loads of designs. Okay, so I'll create a new design and create a design so you see how it's done. So create a design right there. Okay, so we can decide to pick design from here. You can see there are so many possible templates you can use for your design. And so let's say you want to create a logo. It could be anything you want to create. You say for graphic it's another, which is quite good. Let's assume I want to create a logo. Okay, so you can see it will give you um options. So um I can decide, oh well, that's good right there. You can say it's free. Edge tech. So if you have a tech company, you might decide to want to use it or for something else. It depends on you. And so I'm just going to pick one quickly so that we can I'll just pick this one. It's free as well. So this is action call. So it's a sports channel. That's what it's done for. Well, you for something else. So so we have that one. Of just you can either click on it or you can just take it down. So you just click on it. It's right there. Okay. So you can see action call is ready to be used. Okay, so the page is loading and so it's out now. So you can see action call right there, and then the line here is saying image not found, but it's possibly still loading. Okay, it's not there. So for that you can always get an image right there. You can see there's a line supposed to be there. So in Canva, all you need to do is to start editing. You click on where you want to start. You see here, I just double clicked. I didn't do much. So I'm possibly just going to say DMA. So then come in here and say Digital Marketing Academy. No, it's interesting. Digital Marketing Academy. Okay, so I'm almost done already. But I would love to get like a line or something in between. So we already know how to use Photoshop and the like, so you can create a line and import it here. It's that simple. um or you can look for a shape here, so you can see elements right here. So I would go for a shape for now, because just a rectangle I need. So you go to elements, okay, and then there are different elements you could use. It's interesting how you have all these elements and people are not really using them. These are really good. So I would go for a rectangle I can play around with. So I want to use that element right there. Okay, so I bring it in here. So I can either click or drag. I just dragged it. Okay, so in this case I just want it to be a rectangle. So I'm dragging. I'm dragging from that point right there. Okay, okay, right there, right there. Okay, okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Let's take it down a little bit more. Okay. I've chosen to use a rectangle, but there are other ones you could use, which interestingly, um, actually, I would rather use a line. So I'll drag this line in here. This is another option I could use. So a line. So I said, okay, I want to use a line. I can delete that. Now use a line. Okay, feel alright with this. Okay, right there. Okay, right there. So you have a line, and then you want it really small, just like the template you chose, because you chose a template. I heard that. So you want it not a little bit more on the, just to cover everything, just covers the whole thing. So you can start to use it that line. Okay. Okay, you can see why Canva is interesting, because you can really get stuff done so quickly. Hold on, I just want to do something to this. Okay. Okay, so that. In graphics design, always try and make it like as okay. So I'm trying to balance the old space, and I know that there should be a good balance of space. Okay, and you could decide to change this color, because I'm looking at the color and I'm thinking of using a red color as well. So you could decide to change the color. So you can change the color, and you can see there are more elements right here which you can use. You can see loads of them. Okay, and so you can decide to use any of those colors right there. So this transparency up here, you can see this is linking this, and so it's something you could play around with. There are so many options you can use in Canva. And when you right click, you can send to back, you can send backwards. So these are things we played around with this on layers when we did Photoshop. So you can play around with this as well as regards positions. You can design a lot more logos on Canva, but it's up to you. Sometimes what I do is when I get a little bit done here, I save it and import it into another software, which is like Photoshop, and I do a lot more on it as well. That's why I don't need to go for the pro version, because I can do a lot more on what's it called, on Photoshop. So now I'm okay with this as it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna download it. So you come in here, and it's gonna and then I'm just gonna go download. Okay, and you can decide to download PNG, JPEG, all that. You can see all the options. I'll choose PNG, and I click on download. Okay, so it's downloaded, and I have my work saved as it is. My logo is ready, and I can decide to use my logo. Let's have a look at how it is. Let's see this image. Open when done. Okay, so just 2 minutes. It's gonna open. Okay, and then yeah. So when it opens, you just see what I've just done. But trust me, there's a lot that can be done. These colors can be played around with, and you can actually import to like import what you are doing to um other softwares like Photoshop, like I've just shown you. Canva is interesting. I'm just opening the image that we've created, the logo we've created. Like I said, the colors are just, I've not used a lot of colors, but for logos, 2 3 colors good. um, you can actually do a lot more when you import it. Like I said, it's your creativity. I'm just showing you that you can do that. Okay, so that's what I've created on that. So remember this red was not displayed on the online, but it's actually there. It looks really nice with the red. So I'll stick with this design. So that's it for Canva. All the best.